she can't get a job on Broadway now, I guess, or TV. So now she's back at the show because she wants to check. So I guess that's why she's back. Right, and so she's got to deflated herself a little bit. That's good. And then she doesn't have anything going on yet, but we don't know what's going to happen in the season. Something could happen between now and then. It's just only been 2 episodes. Then we have Kenya, who's married, but who's to a husband none of us ever seen on the show, who is not even in the same city as she is, and she's living in Atlanta. He's living in where is he? DC, Baltimore, New York, where New York or something. And yeah, now she's all sad because they can't be together. I think that's weird and interesting because nobody's met him yet on the show. I mean, yet. And it's like, what the fuck is she gonna do? Well, she started saying his name on the second episode. She started saying his name. She mentioned it at the party because Nene goes, "Oh, his name is Mr. Whatever," because she said her last name was now whatever it is, and so she did say his name at that point. They even said on there, I think Portia or somebody said, "All you gotta do is Google it, or whatever." Or no, she said it. I think Kenya said, if they want to know who he is, they can just Google me. That's what she said. So it's true. Mm-hmm. Noelle. So what? I was 19. I was 19. I was getting dick. So what? What difference does it make you're driving 4 hours or 2 minutes? What fucking difference does it make? She said she's not going to college. She's going to take a year off and decide what she wants to do, just like Cynthia said she had done when she was at her age. And she said she can't really say anything to her daughter about going to college immediately because she did the same thing. And the next year, if she wants to go to college, she will when she decides what she wants to do. That's what she said. So she's taking a year off, and I think that's a great thing. I think it's called a gap year, and in Europe they do that. Almost all the kids do gap years, and wealthy people here in the United States usually do it as well. And so you have kids who don't go so they can kind of find themselves before you start college and waste your money on a degree you don't want or a college you're not going to or whatever. And I think it's a smart thing to do. I think it's a very smart thing to do. So she's moving there. She's moving there. She said, you don't listen. Just like on the show, you don't listen. Because just like on the show, well, maybe if you listened, it would be more interesting. Because she said, I would move to Charlotte whether he was there or not. Because I like the city a lot better than Atlanta because I'm a lot less recognizable there, first of all. People don't recognize me there and don't bother me as much as they do in Atlanta. And I just want to be in Atlanta anymore. I want to be there. I like it there. And she said, even if he wasn't there, I would be moving there anyway. And that's exactly what she said. So if you would listen, you would know that. But anyway, um, oh, by the way, I gotta tell everybody that last week, if you were listening to the show last week, that Jason had recommended this restaurant called Mashed, and because they had moonshine or whatever he had there, and I don't know what kind of moonshine you had, Jason, but we had the flight or whatever, like the little shots. You had like 4 shots you could get or whatever, yeah. So me and my friend Kathy shared 2 and 2 or whatever. Anyway, I got the blueberry one, which is 100 proof, and then another one was like 40 proof strawberry or something. Anyway, and it was pretty good. It was like gasoline though. The first, the 100 proof was like a gasoline. But anyway, when I ordered it, this waitress, and there's 3 of us there, over the age of 40, all of us, and she's like, "Can I see your ID?" I was like, "Mine?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay." And then my friends were like, "You're gonna be laughing when you see how old he is." And I was like, she's like, "Oh wow." And so I don't like the fact that people keep IDing me. And I was saying this on my Facebook page, and people were like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up," because you look young, whatever, shut up, we don't want to hear it. But I'm like, it's annoying because people don't respect me. You know what I mean? Because they think I'm like some kid, and I'm really not. Yes, she thought I was younger than I was because she only asked me. She didn't ask anybody else. She asked just me. She didn't ask for anybody else's ID. Well, I think, well, you're also in your 30s. You're not 42 years old. I mean, I'm like, when am I going to be old enough where I look old enough where I get enough respect that people think I'm actually my age? But anyway, probably when I'm 60, I wish I looked younger, and I probably will, so who cares? But anyway, it was really good. Mashed was good. I had the chicken and biscuits. Um, yes, exactly. That's true. 44. To be exact. Exactly. I always say I'm beige, but yeah, that's right. Um, but no, what did you eat when you went there? I had the chicken and biscuits. And I had pepperoni, fried pepperoni for an appetizer. Um, yes. I liked them too. Yeah, they were good. Right, they were. They were. That's all right. Well, anyway, if anybody's ever in Frisco, Texas, which I never go excuse me, north of LBJ, and I told my friends let's go to this place because Jason recommended. I'm like, you want to go north of, you want to go all the way to Frisco because I never want to go anywhere in the suburbs. But so I went there. It was really good. So you should check it out if you're in the Dallas area. And then you'd asked me. I told you last week another place called Macero. You should try that next time you go to get Mexican food. It's really good in Dallas. So. Ooh, go, yes. Now the one that I had it's called the vodka is called I mean the vodka the tequila is called Herduro or something like that. So look on the menu and it'll say what kind of tequila it has. So the one that has Herduro in it, I can't remember what it's called though. It's called the Miguelito or something. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, are you gonna go to the one in Addison or the one in Dallas? It's on Inwood and Preston. It's on about line just like everything else across from you know where Look Cinemas is? It's right next to Look Cinemas. Well, the one I will tell you, in my opinion, the one in Inwood Village is better service and nicer and everything. They're both great, but I think the one down there is nicer. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, it's smaller though than the other one. Anyway, so I was just curious. Okay, so well, sorry, we got off track there. Anyway, so let's talk about the sexiest man alive, whom is rumored. I mean, who is said to be now Blake Shelton. Yeah. Well, there's two problems I have with this. First of all, he himself said they must have run out of people to make sexiest man alive because he didn't understand why they chose him. He's okay. He's all right looking, but he is not like the sexiest man alive. But anyway, the problem I have with him is, first of all, he's married or going to get married. I don't know if he's married or not to Gwen Stefani, or he's either engaged or whatever. I think they're married. Anyway, and I love her to death, and she's very big on the gays and everything else. But he has had this long history of anti-gay, homophobic remarks on his Twitter and everything else. And also anti-Muslim and racist remarks as well. Like one of the things he said was rewriting my favorite Shania Twain song. Any man that tries touching my behind, he's gonna be a beaten, bleeding, heaving kind of guy. And then he says, grown men who wear Chuck Taylors may as well write on their forehead, cucumbers turn me on. Then he says, standing in line at a coffee shop in LA talking to the man in front of me, he orders a skinny caramel latte. I couldn't tell that he was gay. And then on and on, he says, question for my gay followers, are Skittles your favorite candy? And I mean, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's just kind of bad that the homophobe, has become sexiest man alive. Now, there's been other homophobes before him that have been sexiest man alive, like Mel Gibson, remember him? Denzel Washington. These are all notorious homophobic men. So do you think that, I mean, of course, it's not a gay magazine, so it doesn't matter. But do you think that the guys that they pick should be a little more like worldly and, a little less like narrow minded? Because don't you think part of being sexy is not just how you look, but also how you think? Hello? Hello? Well, I guess we lost Jason. Hello? Did you hear me? Hello? Oh my God. Jason, hello? You're gone. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. Anyway, I do think that the people they choose should be considered not just based on their physical appearance, which of course is what it's about, sexiest man alive, but also about how they think and how they act and how they treat other people in the world. I mean, if you look at a homophobic man, to me, it doesn't matter how hot he is physically, he's not at all attractive to me anymore. Or a racist man, or a misogynistic man, or a man who hits women, or hits other, or just a mean person, or whatever. So to me, being sexy is about a lot more than just how you look. For example, Terry Miller, by the way, um, Terry Miller is the husband of Dan Savage. And I have to say, I love me some Terry Miller. He is the face of Tom of Finland now. And I think he's fucking hot as fuck. Anyway, I think, a guy like that should be considered the sexiest man alive, not fucking Blake Shelton. Are you back, Jason?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you actually sound normal now. Did you get on a computer?
Yeah, I had to switch it up and stuff like that
Oh,
because
good.
I was doing it off of my phone.
Yeah, you sound good now. Yay.
Yeah, so for now, let's see how the connection goes. You know, that's always spotty. But I think what I did, I think they based it. I feel like they based it off of his overall popularity and success because he's on The Voice. He's popular. He has like all these endorsements. I think they made it on that, based it on that because here's the thing: Blake Shelton is not a bad looking guy,
Yeah.
but yet I wouldn't consider him the sexiest man alive. Like,
No, me either.
and here's the thing though, also when they do the sexiest man alive, it's always someone white. They never do a person of color for someone sexiest man alive.
They did Denzel Washington.
He doesn't count. That man is like 80 years old now.
No, I'm saying when he was the guy, like 10 years ago, he was on the cover or whatever.
But they haven't done any other person of color in the past 10 years.
I'm sure they've done at least one. Are you sure about that? Let's make sure about that.
I'm pretty positive.
Let's make sure, because I don't want to say that that's true when it's not.
Because I have a problem with
Yeah,
that.
they did. They did The Rock. They did The Rock, and they did Vin Diesel. So yeah, they have had more than just white guys. I guess you don't agree with those choices, but I think they're pretty sexy men too. So
Well, The Rock, yeah, Vin Diesel.
The Rock more than him. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, he's now considered to be that or whatever. But I just think there's a lot of other choices they could have had besides him, and that would have been a lot better choices. But whatever. I mean, it's just a stupid magazine picking somebody based on probably their popularity, like you said, at the moment. It's really not mostly about how sexy they are, because they've had people on there before that were like Shelton that I didn't necessarily think were the sexiest people. Like, I mean, people I know think he's so sexy, but I've never really thought he was sexy. Is Johnny Depp? I don't think he's sexy at all. Me either. See, and then like George Clooney. Now I see George Clooney's sex appeal.
George Clooney is handsome. I wouldn't say
Yeah,
he's sexy.
I think he's very handsome, but I think the sexy part of him is his demeanor and stuff. So anyway,
Like
um,
his swag.
yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. That's what I was saying. Like when you were off at this for a second, I was saying that basically, to me, being sexy is more than just about how you look. It's about who you are inside, and how you carry yourself and things like that. So, like for me, I love Chris Hemsworth. I think he's fucking gorgeous. I love who else do I like? Terry Miller, like I said, who you don't even know who he is, I'm sure. Um, who else do I like right now? I'm trying to think who else is out there that's really, really sexy to me. I can't think of anybody. But anyway, um, if you were to pick the sexiest man alive, who would your choice be right now?
A Krispy Kreme donut.
I mean, a human being.
Because a Krispy Kreme donut is sexy on the inside and out, and I can just eat it up, and it doesn't say anything, and it just makes me feel so good.
Yeah, and
So,
just like a good date, it leaves stuff all over your mouth.